We have already discussed about money bill and also ordinary bill. We'll now go for financial bill. Now let's go for it. But listen very carefully, because most of the students got confused even in the definitions, and sometimes they confuse whether money bill is financial bill or the financial bill is a money bill. And most of the books have written different versions of definitions. My task here is to give you the simplest form of definition regarding financial bill. Listen in very carefully. See, any bill that contains money matter and non-money matter is financial bill. Simple as that. Let me simplify it more with an example. See, India needs to have a corruption-free India, alright? So let's have a bill called Corruption Eradication Bill. Now this bill will have two different parts. The first part is creating an agency to investigate the corruption activities. The second part is the expenses related to this agency to be withdrawn from the Consolidated Fund of India. Now while we were discussing about money bill, we have already known that withdrawing money from the Consolidated Fund of India is a money matter. And now let's understand the other part. The other part is creating of an agency to investigate the corruption activities. Now this is non-money matter. Now we are now having two matter, that is money matter and non-money matter. If we combine this money matter and non-money matter and form a bill, then we call that bill financial bill. Simple as that. Now I think the definition is clear to all of you. Now let's go for different its procedures. Now I divide as usual the procedures broadly into 6 phases. But guys, before I dive into this, or before we dive into these procedures, let's understand one very peculiar thing about the financial bill. As the definition goes, money bill, financial bill is a combination of money matter and non-money matter, right? It is a blend. So is each procedures also. The procedure is also a blend of money bill procedures and ordinary bill procedures. Let's begin from source of bill. Point number 1. Like money bill, financial bill needs to be introduced only in the Lok Sabha. It cannot be introduced in the Rajya Sabha. Point number 2. Like money bill, financial bill needs to have a prior recommendation from the President of India. Point number 3. Here the blending game is going to start. See it properly. Now a bill is introduced in the Lok Sabha, but the bill can be rejected in the Rajya Sabha. In the case of money bill, if it is rejected by the Rajya Sabha or give recommendations, whatever the things done by the Rajya Sabha doesn't have any effect in the Lok Sabha. If the Lok Sabha wants to pass it in a simple sense, it can simply pass it, or we have to say that we'll definitely say that the bill is passed by the Parliament. But this case doesn't hold true for financial bill. In financial bill, if it is rejected in the Rajya Sabha, that means the bill cannot be passed. So, provisional section simply says the Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha enjoys equal legislative jurisdiction in the case of financial bill. Now, point number 4. Now the bill is there in the Lok Sabha or for that matter in the Rajya Sabha. Then we will go for voting. We will follow a particular voting pattern. In money bill, we will follow simple majority. In ordinary bill also, we follow simple majority. Now let's see what type of majority type or what type of voting pattern is followed in financial bill. Like money bill or the ordinary bill, financial bill also follow simple majority. Now let's go for the point number 5. Now the bill is passed in the Lok Sabha but rejected in Rajya Sabha. Definitely says that there must have some common session to resolve that law. Alright, so financial bill can also have joint session. We will now understand that, or let's imagine that the bill is passed in the Parliament. Now the next step is to go to the President. Let's go to the President and let's hear it out what the President will say regarding financial bill when it is in its hand for the assent. The President can simply say, okay, go, I have put my signature, I have done it, I'm okay with your bill. So President can give directly the assent, or sometimes President can withhold the assent. President will say that, okay, let me discuss, or let me just read it more and more, let me understand it better, so let me utilize my bit. Alright, So president can withhold the assent. And another thing that president can do regarding the financial bill is president can simply say that, hello Mr. Parliament, you need some omissions or some subtractions or additions, otherwise the bill is not good for me, so please reconsider it. So president can send it back to the parliament for the reconsideration only for once. I have already discussed about this particular I mean 2-3 words like say only for once. What does it mean? If the president sends back the bill for the reconsideration in parliament, then that time the parliament can pass the bill with or without amendment. This time around, the president has no power for sending back for the second time to the parliament for reconsideration. President has to put the signature, or president has to give his assent. So that's is all about financial bill. I think everybody is clear and all of you are enjoying with this financial bill. Thank you very much.